of the Republic of Poland and his colleagues who are here. His Excellency, Ambassador for Poland and his colleagues from New Delhi. As you will see, I am not risking trying to pronounce the names of these distinguished persons because I might make some mistakes that could very well upset them. Not my intention at all. Members of the trade delegation from Poland, or most of you are here for the first time in Sri Lanka, and I can assure you that had you been able to spend more time in this country and gone around, you would have realized that it's a beautiful country, just like Poland. Beautiful country with excellent people, again like the Polish. And I can see, as a senior retired businessman, that there is great potential between the two countries to further enhance and the connections, the friendship. I think Polish and the Sri Lankan people will indeed click together better than most other combinations. I'm not for a moment suggesting that the bachelors amongst the trade delegation should be finding Sri Lankan wives, but I know that one or two want to do that. But the problem is the Sri Lankan wives have got to be convinced. So members of the trade delegation from Poland, members of the Sri Lanka-Poland Business Council, quite well represented here, and the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce, members of the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce present here this morning. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce has played a very important role in getting together the various activities that are taking place and will take place. Unfortunately, the German delegation in toto is here only for basically 24 hours, and they are doing a lot of things 24 hours barring the overnight sleeping. That's also very important. I'm due to say a very good morning to all of you, and although short, to wish the people from Poland a pleasant stay in Colombo. Hearty welcome. I am pleased not only to be here, but also to thank several people, including the former ambassadors and the current ambassador based in New Delhi and their staff in New Delhi, who have been of tremendous support to us to get our job done, and the cooperation extended to us has been excellent. A lot of other consuls tell me that they wish their governments would be as helpful as the Polish embassy based in New Delhi has been to the Sri Lankan counterparts. Those of you from Colombo may be aware that ever since I stepped out of the corporate world, inclusive of being chairman of the very prestigious Ceylon Chamber of Commerce, I have maintained that former chairman of prestigious organizations should be seen and not heard. That is my policy, which I intend following the same policy, and with your permission, will limit my talk this morning to only a few more sentences. As I said earlier, Sri Lanka, like Poland, is a well-endowed, beautiful place to visit, and the Polish link and the Polish, like Sri Lankans, are also very pleasant and effective persons to work with. I would strongly recommend to the businessmen amongst you from Sri Lanka to look at Poland seriously, to not only to import their produce or their produce, but also for Sri Lankans to invest there. See, the Polish economy is the best performing economy in Europe after Germany. This is not a too well-known fact. And if I was younger, I would certainly have told my company, let's go and invest in Poland. It is a super country to invest because of all the various factors that you will take into consideration in making that decision. So, Poland is important, not only to import whatever excellent stuff that they are making there, but also for Sri Lankans to go and invest in Poland. Nice people, nice men, nice ladies, and a nice environment. So, strongly recommend, and I will also recommend to the Sri Lanka Business Poland, business entity to organize a trip, which they did about 7-8 years ago, and to repeat that again because the potential is great. As for Sri Lanka, one day is too short, and I'm talking to the Polish delegation at this stage. You should make a longer trip or a longer stay in Sri Lanka because there's a lot to see, and as I said, the people are absolutely welcoming. You will love it, and you will promise at the end of a 3 or 4 day stay here to come back for a longer stay. You should do that. So, with those few words, I said I'll limit it to a few sentences. I wish my successor, sorry, I missed a very important aspect. Where is that? Anyway, as some of you know, or if you go through the agenda, this is the last event at which I will be wearing the hat of the Consul General for Poland in Sri Lanka. As most of you will agree, the old order changed, yielding place to the new, and God fulfills himself in many a way. So, I move away, and I would like to convey to my successor the very best to achieve the goals that all of you have set for us. A special word of thanks to my secretaries Grace and Cheryl for their commitment and support over the years. Yep, these pieces of paper get lost. Yep, that's it. Thank you very much, and I'm much obliged.